Hi, this is Tim McGaffin II. I'm here with my really good friend Paul Schultz. And Paul, we're talking about Kangen water and how we've noticed it's been helping us in our lives. And go ahead and share us your experience with Kangen water.
The first experience was, man, how long ago was it? A month or two ago?
In about the end of June.
It's been a while. It was kind of inconsistent because you live an hour and a half away from me. So I was getting it when I could. I think I tried it 3 different times, 3 days worth on 3 different occasions.
Yep.
So it wasn't consistent. But first thing that I noticed personally was heartburn was lessening. As healthy as I eat and as good as I take care of my body, stress and emotional pain and stuff that I deal with a lot was catching up to me, and I would still deal with heartburn. But that diminished the whole time. Each time I used the water in those 3 times, didn't have to take any Alka-Seltzer or Rolaids, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing I noticed, and then a big thing I noticed was because of years and years of wearing really tight shoes. I always wanted my shoes tight. I'm now paying the price as an adult, and I have what's called a neuroma in my feet, which is a swollen nerve. If you don't know what it is in your feet, between this knuckle right here, between those bones, I should say, the nerve swells, and it's rather painful. But I didn't feel any pain during those 3 days. It had actually reduced the swelling in the nerves to where it didn't hurt, didn't bother me, didn't hurt. And then later, after these 3 trials, and after watching who knows how many videos,
doing your research,
doing a whole lot of research, and most importantly, I actually made it a matter of prayer, because I'm the healthiest person I know, hardcore healthy vegetarian, eat good food, take good care of myself with exercise.
You're really
and didn't know that I needed it. What were you going to say?
No, yeah, you're really big on eating healthy fruits and vegetables.
Yep. So I made it a matter of prayer, and what ended up happening was I began to have people come to my mind that it would help.
Mm-hmm.
Those around me. I began to see that it wasn't just going to be for me. I would see long-term better effects on my health, but there was people around me that needed it, and that was the real drive. So I finally felt a very strong confirming feeling that I should go forward with it. And a very convincing thing to me that I was on the right track was the amount of opposition that showed up in my life from every direction. I was pounded, and it was not just a quick overnight easy thing for me to get this, as you know.
And that's right. And Paul, on that line, and I know as Paul knows, when you're lots of times in life, with my own personal experience, when you're close to achieving something great in your life or something important, strange and weird things happen all of a sudden, trying to prevent you or stop you from getting to where it is that you're supposed to go. And that's not a coincidence.
No, it's kind of like Murphy's Law on steroids is what happened. So, but eventually I made things worked.
That's right.
Things worked out.
You didn't give up.
Made the purchase, and within just a couple days I had a line of people that were interested, just talking about it, just sharing my own limited experience so far, and talking to those that I had felt prompted to talk to and share it with. I had like 5 or 6 people within the first couple of days, and I'm guessing somewhere around 75 gallons I've given out in 2 weeks.
You're giving away water like crazy right now.
And getting some good results.
Absolutely. Paul, that was amazing, and absolutely amazing. Was there anything else that you wanted to cover? Anything else that you wanted to
I
share?
just wanted to share some of my personal experiences.
Oh, right. Exactly.
What we were going to talk about. On my Facebook page, at the 1 week mark, I posted several things. And yesterday, was the 6th. So that was a 2 week mark that I've been doing. And I started out about 2 liters, 2.5 liters, and I've worked my way up to where I can easily drink 4 liters a day.
Right.
And the awesome thing about this water is because of the micro clustering in it, you don't feel full. It never makes you feel full and bloated. It doesn't slosh around. You can drink another glass in about 5 minutes.
That's right. Before this water, there's no way I could drink tap water anywhere near like this, and you can just drink this, like you said, really easy. It just absorbs in your body.
My water of choice for decades now has been reverse osmosis. I assumed it was the best, but as much of that as I would drink, sometimes I would drink a gallon of that a day, and it was rather uncomfortable.
Right.
But even with that, the first gallon of the Kangen water I drank a gallon just to see if I could do it. I drank a gallon the first day and did not have to use the bathroom until that night. That's how dry and dehydrated I was, even with all the reverse osmosis water I drink.
Your body needed that water.
Soaked it up. Yep. So, 2-week mark. If you've seen my post on Facebook, it just continues. The brain fog is still gone. I have much clearer thinking.
Right.
Don't feel like I'm in a fog all the time, and I'm sure that was because really poor quality sleep, if I slept, and energy drinks all the time. You know, caffeine takes its toll on you.
Right.
So the better sleep continues. I'm not waking up 10 times during the night, and of course, unless I drink too much water before I go to bed, then I'm waking up.
That's right.
So no energy drinks, not a single energy drink in 2 weeks.
That's pretty amazing.
That's monumental for me.
And
That's
the
what's kept me
urge to
going.
drink that is
It's
not
gone.
there.
No, it's gone. Speaking of that, cravings, I'm right off the bat. Sweet cravings pretty much disappeared.
Right.
I don't know that cookie cravings will ever disappear. In fact, if cookie cravings disappear, I'll still eat them because I'm a cookie fiend. But, so 0 energy drinks, 0 Tums or Rolaids from where I was taking those. Again, even with the healthy eating, taking good care of myself, the stress and the pain and all that I've been carrying for so long was just taking its toll.
Right.
So I would be taking those maybe 1 to 3 times a week, some weeks even more. Haven't had a single Rolaids or Tums, anything like that. No antacids at all. So that's big for me.
That's really big.
My energy level has been up the whole time. So rather than taking energy drinks, if I'm tired, I'll take a short 20-minute power nap when I get home from work. So still have plenty of energy with clear thinking, and 2 weeks, not a single solitary incident of insomnia. That is so massive for me. I can't even begin to tell you how huge that is.
That is.
It's a family member of mine is dealing with insomnia, has for a long time, and it's not. So I joke about it, but it's really not funny. It's very rough.
It is.
It takes a massive toll on you as well. So not a single insomnia night in 2 weeks. That's huge for me. And another big thing that I've just noticed the last couple of days, because of never getting the sleep I needed and basically being fueled on caffeine, I would get dark circles under my eyes.
Right.
And they are beginning to lighten up.
Right.
And I've noticed it. And
you know what? You're right. I noticed that tonight when I came over, and I didn't consciously recognize it until you just mentioned it right now. And that's right.
Sunday, I met with a friend. We talked for a few minutes, and I hadn't talked to him for probably close to a month. And he says, "You have a totally different countenance, Paul, from when I saw you last." And so that's huge for me too.
That is really
because I
big.
feel like I always look tired and exhausted. Note that my daughter told me on my 1 week post, I told how from when she first started inconsistently with me,
right,
she hadn't had any of her migraines, any of her bad headaches, and from when we first started trying until tonight, she said she had one, and that's because she was stuck in a position a while ago, that was a few days ago, where she had sun glaring in her face this whole time, where she was eating a meal, and that's what did it. The sun was glaring through the window right in her eyes. So other than that, no headaches. And she told me also tonight as we were running around the complex here, when she exercises and is running, she doesn't get the muscle cramps, especially in her abdomen cramps.
Exactly.
She hasn't had that happen. So that was big. And one last note I shared with you earlier tonight. There's a friend, a neighbor I'm giving it to. She's about 81 years old, I believe, chronically sick. And the last trip I went and took her some fresh water, it was funny. I mentioned this might be a little too TMI, but it's important, so I'm going to say it. She, with a smile on her face, she said, "My urine's clear." She says, "For as long as I can remember," again, she's 81, it's always been dark. Mm-hmm. And she told me that her former husband was in the medical field and would always tell her, you need to be more hydrated, you need to drink more. And nothing she did would ever make it so. So I've given her about a week and a half worth of water. She's hydrating. With clear urine means she's finally hydrating.
And she was excited about that.
And she was excited about it, and she's feeling a difference in her skin.
That
So
already.
those are the main points that at the 2-week mark. So
Oh, that's
any
really
other questions?
well, that's really amazing, Paul. I really appreciate you sharing your experience. It's going to help a lot of people. And
Yeah.
anybody that's watching this right now, if you're friends with Paul and you know Paul, you know, this man, he really cares about other people.
Yes.
If you have a question about the Kangen water, ask him, and you know, do everything you can, do your due diligence, and once you make a decision that you want to get one of these machines, contact Paul to get one of these machines. And we're blessing people's lives. This is a real thing, and we're doing everything we can to help people. And the more people that we can help, the better.
And how big a deal is it to get a machine? What's the average monthly payment?
You can get it for as low as $43 a month.
Yeah.
So
You can make it work.
You can make it work, and you just got to get your priorities straight. Instead of an extra cell phone or a cable bill, you know, rearrange things, and you can do it.
Yep. And it's preventative. You compare that monthly payment versus medical bills.
Absolutely.
I've got a friend right now who's in I think around $10,000 for her last hospital visit.
Absolutely. I mean, some people think these machines cost a lot, but in reality, it costs a lot not to have one. When you really factor all the different aspects in and how it's going to save you money and prevent, it's preventative health care.
Yes,
right?
it is. And, you know, we talked about this a little earlier tonight. I'll just throw this in. It's interesting to watch those, and none of the people that I'm mentioning right now are friends with me on Facebook, so I can safely say this. I won't say their names, but those who have complained the most to me about their health, who have just gone off and told me how horrible it is and how they want to change it, not one of them has accepted an offer for free water. And so I find that interesting.
Very interesting.
Priorities.
Yes.
Just more priorities.
Absolutely. And I forgot what I was going to say, but I was going to say, well, the main thing we're going to say is, never give up, champions never quit. And, and as Paul talked about, pray and ask God for help. He's always there to help you in all aspects of life.
Yes,
and never
he is.
give up.
Yes, he is.
Thanks, Paul.
You bet. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you.